Welcome. So today we look at the fifth chakra, also called the throat chakra. The qualities of this chakra are creativity, being able to express oneself, and we'll also explore an important feature of this throat chakra that's called the inversions. You have probably heard of inversions all the time, and you've probably most likely seen an inversion at some point or the other in your life. Inversion, what you've seen, is most of the inversions are the handstand or the headstand, balancing your body on your head with your legs up and head down. So inversion necessarily does not mean your head down and legs up. It means anytime your heart is down and your hips are above, so that's an inversion. Your downward dog is an inversion if you have observed it carefully. So you don't necessarily need to be in those inversions to get the benefits of inversions. So why do people do inversions? What is the necessary for people to get into those acrobatic looking positions? Are there any benefits to it? Very simple. When you do an inversion, for example, look at how I'm sitting now. My heart is here, and my heart, when it pumps blood to all the parts of the body, the blood comes back to the heart and the head, working against the gravity. That's how 99% of the time we function. Now, when you're in inversion, any kind of inversion, the flow of the blood works with the gravity. In other words, it becomes easy for the heart to pump blood. There's less work on your heart. In other words, the blood rushes into your head, giving you a fresh supply of oxygen and nutrients. So that's one way of looking at it. So doing inversion every once in a while, I would say at least once every day, it resets your entire system in your body. It helps your body to function more efficiently. So that's one of the reasons you may have heard of many people saying that. Once they do an inversion, it clears the depression in their mind, it clears off, their thinking becomes more easier, there's a lot of clarity in their thinking. So that's what inversion does for you. Now, you don't have to do one of those complicated inversions. Today we'll explore some basic easy ones. It's still an inversion, it still gets you all the benefit you're looking for in inversion without hurting yourself. So the first pose we'll do today is the fish pose, or also called Matsyasana. So that's the simple level of your throat chakra, which we'll explore. So next we'll go for the shoulder stand, or supported shoulder stand, a supported all limb pose. That's Salamba Sarvangasana. So first, the fish pose. To do the fish pose, please come up supine on the ground. So that you can bring yourself all the way to the ground. Comfortably bring your hands to your side. If you can see what I'm doing. From here, you have an option of bringing your legs together, or you can bring your legs in this fashion. You can bend your knees and legs in this fashion, whichever works for you. From here, you can gently lift yourself to balance yourself on the hand, bring your head and bring your body to support yourself. Your shoulder part of the body to support yourself on your head. You can always take your feet straight if that works for you. If you can see what's happening here, I'm completely supporting myself on my head and my hands. My hands play an important part in the support here. So you can just stay here for 2 or 3 breaths. So you can see how much of an exercise my neck gets here and my throat. You can stay here. But gently, when you're ready to come out, then inhale, lift up yourself, gently bring yourself back into the ground. So that's the fish pose. Now the second easy pose, the inversion what you're looking for, is a shoulder stand or all limb supported pose. It's called Salamba Sarvangasana. One way to do this, please remember, you might need the help of the wall. Please go to the wall. Wall helps you get this pose, helps you do the pose without hurting yourself. Okay, when you're ready, bring your hands to the side. Gently take your legs all the way to, bring your legs up. Okay, when you're ready, we can do the next pose. When you're next to the wall, it becomes much easier. If you see what's happening, I've simply lifted myself, supporting myself on the hips. So this is an easy inverted pose without hurting yourself. So balance becomes easier if you're closer to the wall. You can stay here, or you can make it even much straighter. You can see, or I can feel the blood rushing into my head. I can feel the blood drained out of my legs. So this might be a little tough for many people. So what you could do is, you can always go to the wall, just put your feet up against the wall and stay here. So that's good enough. You can always take the pillow down. You can take a couple of pillows down and just stay here. So this elevates your hips. So make sure that the level of the hips is above your heart, so that becomes a natural inversion. You can stay here for 5 breaths. So when you're ready, gently bring yourself down. Just stay here for a quick second. Allow the blood to rush back equally into all the parts of the body. Just stay here. Just shake your heads. Shake your head yes, shake your head no. Allow the blood to go back. Take a little break here. So those are the 2 inversions for today. Matsyasana, the fish pose, and the shoulder stand. So please, before you practice this, please make sure if you have any surgery on the neck or any other surgeries, please be sure to consult the doctors. Do it as gently, as slowly as you can without hurting yourself. Go to the wall, put your feet up against the wall. End of the day, you can still do an inversion in a safe manner without having to put yourself under chances of getting injury. We will look at the final 2 chakras, 6th and 7th. These 2 chakras, they come into the same category for the simple reason being that there's only one way to access these 2 chakras. That's your chakra of your head and your conscious. Now, if you look at the very meaning of yoga means union of mind and body. For instance, all the poses which you did till today, they can get you a good fit physical body, ability to withstand any kind of external or internal influences. But if your mind is not strong, if you're prone to mental breakdowns, depression, or emotional breakdowns, it's no good. Your entire system collapses. So yoga is a way of putting both your mind and body together in the right place. And the only way to do that is to meditate. That's the only way you can go deep into your mind and fix your mind, look at any issues that are outstanding and resolve them. So firstly, why do we need to meditate in the first place? Think of this ocean analogy. You are on a boat on a huge ocean. You're all by yourself. All of a sudden, the ocean is calm, everything is good. Suddenly, all of a sudden, there's an upheaval. The weather has changed. The ocean starts moving around. There's a huge 50-foot waves hitting your boat. Now, that can make any person lose their balance. But if you look at it carefully, the ocean is a couple of miles down. Whatever disturbance that's happening is only happening on just the very top surface. The entire miles down, it's calm, peaceful, as if nothing has changed. That's exactly what our mind is. Whatever things, the disturbances that are happening is always on the top of our mind. All that emotions, that stresses, all the day-to-day drama that happens, it's only on the top. The bottom part of the mind is always peaceful and calm. Meditation is a way for you to access those innermost areas of your mind and ensure that the top and bottom is the same. So that's exactly when you know that you are at peace, your mind is working at its full 100% function. So today we look at the different ways of meditation. The first thing is, before you go into the meditation, you've probably heard of tons of meditation courses. You have everyone offering one course. Now they're all good. Let me stress you on that. Each one of them has its own benefit. They're all different ways of accessing your mind. The most popular ones, there are two types. Most of the meditation falls into these two categories. So we'll just take a look at each one of them and you check and see what works for you. So the first meditation technique is popularly called a mindful meditation. What a mindful meditation does is this. In other words, you just come to sit in a cross-legged position. Sit where you are. Gently start breathing calmly. You close your eyes, and whatever thoughts are, whatever thoughts are that are happening around you, whatever events that are happening around you, let it happen. Don't try to focus on any single thing. Just observe the thoughts that come into your mind. So let those thoughts do what they have to do. Let them go out. Let the new thoughts come in. Don't react to those thoughts. You're simply observing those thoughts. Just look at what's happening. Allow them to settle down or move on. So in other words, you're simply observing them. You're not giving impetus. You're not trying to motivate the thoughts. So that is the mindful meditation. In other words, you are impervious to whatever is happening around you. The second way of meditation, which many of the popular meditation falls into, is it's called the focused or the concentrated meditation, which I like to practice. It seems to be working for me. So you check and see which one works for you. So today we'll do more focused meditation practice. For that to happen, what the focused meditation practice does is, instead of the other one, here you focus on something. You bring all your attention to focus on any object. Either it can be object, you can put up a symbol of your favorite deity or your religious symbol or anything which you believe in. That's one way, focusing on an object. Second thing, focusing on a sound. So that can be any sound. Popularly you see the Om sound, which is being popularly used. People focus on that sound. You can use a sound from your religious beliefs or anything that works for you. Whatever works for you. Second thing. Third, you can always focus on, I like to focus on the breath. Breath focusing, another popular, and my method that really works for me is the breath focusing. So what we'll do here is, if you're ready, we'll do the second, the focused meditation. We'll focus on the breath. For that, a quick caution, make sure that you have 10 minutes of time free from all disturbances. You don't have anyone barging into your room, anyone coming and disturbing you. Make sure that all your electronic gadgets are off. And once that's done, please come to sit in a cross-legged position with your back straight. Now if you have problems with your back, if you cannot sit straight for 10 minutes, please go back to the wall. Lean back to the wall, have the wall to your back. You can always lean back into it. Or if sitting is also a problem, just come onto a chair, a comfortable chair. The important thing is to be free from all disturbances. If you're ready, I'm in my cross-legged position. So we'll start a little bit of meditation practicing here, the focused meditation. First, close your eyes. I'd like to put eye mask on. That helps me reach deeper levels of meditation. So put eye mask on if that helps you, or just close your eyes, dim off the lights, and you can have a soft music going in the background. Slowly start inhaling. When you inhale, our focus will be purely on the breath. Since this is a breath focusing meditation, we'll focus only on the breath. Focus on the inhale that's happening. Each inhale, look at what's happening. Feel the fresh oxygen going into our nostrils, through our windpipe, all the way into the lungs. Feel each one of those atoms in the oxygen being distributed into the capillaries, into the veins. Once that's done, feel that carbon dioxide coming back as an exhale. Can you feel the difference in quality between the inhale and exhale? You're looking at what's happening. Can you find the difference? How can you feel the freshness of the inhale? Observe the atoms that are breaking inside you, changing their characteristics. Look at what's happening in your inhale and exhale. Is your breathing even? Is it uneven? What is it doing to you? So when you are focusing on your breath, as you focused on my words, you probably for a good couple of minutes completely brought your attention to one single focus. So that's what focused meditation is all about. You're going to focus on one thing. When you focus on one thing, you don't have to worry about stopping all the thoughts from entering your mind. It organically happens. When you focus on something, everything else recedes into the background. That becomes much more easier. So what we do is we do this for 10 minutes. The whole idea is you want to bring when you're in a deeper state of meditation, your breath becomes slower. You're going to use less energy to do that. And your body gently, all your functions in the body calm down. And when you open your eyes, you can rub your eyes and open it, you will see there's a different change, different way you meet the body. So each day when you do the meditation, you're trying to access the deeper and deeper and deeper levels of the ocean inside your mind. So that's the whole goal of meditation, being able to access what's deep inside you. So we do this as a 6th and 7th chakra. So when we access the powers inside us, we can do great things. So that's the difference between, if you look at the great leaders in the world, they are also human beings like us. The only way they differ is how they use their minds. So meditation is a way for you to take your mind to the next level. Thank you. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to send it to me.
Welcome to your life lesson of the day. So today we'll talk about inner strength. If you look at it, we all have problems in life. You may have perhaps lost your job or lost a family member or something even worse. Or perhaps you're in the verge of hesitating to make that big jump. You're on the verge of making that major decision in life. Perhaps you want to move on to something which you really love to do. Perhaps it's a passion which you've been wanting to do all your life and you realize that it's now or never. So you want to take the next step. And it's not easy. When you come to that crossroads in life, it takes a tremendous amount of willpower, courage, and inner strength. You keep wondering, what happens if I take that leap? And if nobody to back you up, a lot of people end up dropping their plans once and for all. So the inner strength is the key here. Inner strength is the belief that, it's a self-belief that no matter what happens in your life, you'll always find a way for you to conquer all the obstacles and challenges. It is that self-belief in yourself that you'll find a way to achieve what you have set out to do. That there is one person in the world who will always back you up no matter what, and that is you. So how do you find this inner strength? So this is what we practice in yoga every day. Every time you go onto the mat, every time you spend time with yourself, you and you alone, away from all your electronic devices, your electronic gadgets, your TV, or whatever distractions you have, that space of 30 minutes or 1 hour you spend with yourself helps build you that inner strength. You finally come across to knowing who you really are. When you know who you really are, you understand your limitations, and whatever strength you gain, it has to come from inside. This video series which I've set out to do, I never thought I would do this. I never thought I would face a camera and talk to all wonderful people like yourself, but I'm doing that. The simple reason being that I finally found myself inner strength, inner belief that I can do that. And I hope you'll find your inner belief, inner strength. to realize whatever you have planned. Now, no doubt, there are so many external factors that work against you. That's something which you cannot control. For example, the weather or political situation in your country, or any physical limitations, or maybe job changes or layoffs or anything that's happening at your office. But you can always control your internal factors. That is what happens inside you. Once you get the courage to take care of your internal factors or internal strength, you can always fix the external factors. So here's hoping that you do your yoga as much as possible. Go onto the mat. Anytime you find self-doubt happening with you, just go onto the mat, spend time with yourself, and that can be the greatest source of inspiration for you to take yourself to the next level or achieve what you always want to set out to do.